Hello kids, welcome back to our English class. So today we are going to start a new lesson called Appearances are Deceptive. Deceptive means misleading. Deceptive means misleading. So let's see some new words here. Scurrying means running hurriedly. Bhagte bhagte jana. Chrysalis means pupa stage of butterfly. Approaching means coming nearer. Exclaimed means cry out loud in anger or delight. Sweet meat means a kind of sweet food. Shell means hard outer cover. Munch means chew steadily. Unusually means uncommon. Aroma means sweet smell, fragrance. Pitied means felt sad. Wrapped means covered by. Deceptive means misleading. So this lesson is about appearances are deceptive means whatever we see, we should not judge it by seeing its appearance, because appearance are deceptive, misleading. One day, Beena the ant was scurrying about in search of food. Summer was almost over and autumn was approaching. One day, Beena the ant was scurrying about in search of food. It was running hurriedly in search of food. Summer was almost over. And autumn was approaching. Autumn was coming nearer. Soon it would be winter. After the autumn, it would be winter, and it would be difficult. It would be very difficult to find food in winter because it's all cold out there. So Beena the ant knew it was necessary to stock, to save as much as food possible so that her ant colony could have enough to eat during the difficult months ahead. Ant colony means colony. This is a collective noun. Group of ant, colony. So Beena was trying to save as much food as possible so that her ant colony could have enough food in winter to eat during the difficult months ahead. She had collected quite a bit already. Beena had collected quite a bit of food already. Now she was on the lookout for bits of sweetmeats that younger member of her colony loved to munch. Do you know? People like to eat desserts or sweets after lunch or dinner. Do you like it too? I hope you like it. So she had collected quite a bit already. Now she was on the lookout. She was searching for bits of sweet meat. Sweet meat means what? Kind of sweet food that her younger member of her colony loved to munch on after their meals. Darting means darting to and fro among the trees and shrubs. Beena suddenly smelled the sweet aroma of pastry. Darting means running here and there among the trees and shrubs. Beena suddenly smelled sweet aroma of pastry. Pastry smell is what kind of a smell it is? Sweet. Aroma means smell. So she quickly went around the bushes, and there she saw it. A large bit of pastry with a whole raisin in it. What did she see? She saw a large bit of pastry, a large piece of pastry with a whole raisin in it. So just then she looked up and saw something hanging from the leaf of a bush. What did she see? She saw something hanging from the leaf of a bush. See here, like this. Then what happened? Looking closer, she saw that it was tiny tail. It was a tiny tail. It seemed to be all wrapped up in something. It seemed to be covered with something, as if bandaged. It looked like something wrapped or bandaged. See here? Can you see this? Beena did not identify it. Beena could not recognize it. But the thing? This thing was chrysalis. What was this thing? This thing was chrysalis, the pupa of a butterfly. It was a chrysalis, the pupa of a butterfly. ये एक ऐसा स्टेज रहता है जिसमें बटरफ्लाई तितली को एक फॉर्म मिलता है, उसके रंग मिलते हैं, उसके पंख मिलते हैं. So this stage is called as chrysalis. Chrysalis means the pupa of a butterfly. Remember this. Oh poor thing, exclaimed Beena. Beena exclaimed what? Oh poor thing. She had no idea what a chrysalis was because she was seeing something like this for the very first time. So she could not recognize it and she said, "Oh poor thing, what a sad fate you have. I can run anywhere I wish, climb trees or go over mountains. And look at you, you are trapped in a shell. All you can do is move your tail around a bit." Now, this Aunt Beena is comparing her life with this pupa by saying that what a sad fate you have. What kind of a sad fate you have. You cannot run anywhere. You cannot climb trees or you cannot go over mountains like I do. And look at you. You are trapped in a shell. All you can do is move your tail around a bit. So the ant is pitying this pupa. But there was no answer from the chrysalis. The chrysalis didn't answer anything. So Beena went on. She kept saying, she kept talking. She said, "Even ant children can run around and do so much as we can. They are free. You are all bound up and can't even move. What a dreadful life you have." Now, the ant is saying to the chrysalis that even ant children can run around, but you can't. They can do as much as we can. They are free, but you are not free. You are all bound up and can't even move. What a dreadful life you have. What a serious, what a bad life you have. Then she walked away with her piece of pastry. A few days later, Beena came that way again, hoping to find more sweets or biscuits lying around. It was unusually hot that day and she was sweating. It was a very hot day and she was sweating. Suddenly, a cloud seemed to come over her and she felt a soft cold breeze. She looked up. What did she see this time? Suddenly, a cloud seemed to come over her and she felt a soft cool breeze. She looked up. What did she see this time? Oh, one of the most beautiful butterflies she had ever laid eyes on. It was one of the most beautiful butterflies she had ever laid her eyes on. It was light blue, spotted with light pink and yellow dots. What kind of a butterfly it was? It was light blue, spotted with light pink and yellow dots. How beautiful and how lucky to be able to fly around trees, thought Beena as she stared at the beautiful butterfly. What kind of a butterfly it was? It was light blue, spotted with light pink and yellow dot. Now, Beena thought to herself, how beautiful and how lucky to be able to fly around trees. Now, Beena is praising the butterfly as she stared at this beautiful butterfly. Now, look at me, said Sundari, the butterfly. I'm your much pitied friend. You boasted of being able to run around and climb mountains, said Sundari. Who is Sundari? The butterfly. The butterfly which was in in this chrysalis. In the chrysalis. So see here. Sundari says, look at me. I'm your much pitied friend. You were pitting on me, so I'm that friend. I'm your much pitied friend. You boasted of being able to run around and climb mountains. You were boasting about how you are able to run anywhere you want, climb trees and climb mountains. She further said, but always remember, looks can be deceptive. Sundari is saying to Beena what? But always remember, looks can be deceptive. And with a graceful flap of her wings, Sundari flew away like a soft sigh of breeze. Now, Sundari taught Beena that always remember, looks are deceptive. So this lesson is not only for Beena. This lesson is for all of us. This lesson is to teach us that appearances are deceptive. Appearances are misleading. We should not judge anyone by looking at their appearances or looks. So now we will move to the exercise part. Here in second exercise we have who said these words to whom. What a sad fate you have, and I am your much pitied friend. See here the answers are, what a sad fate you have. Beena said these words to pupa of butterfly chrysalis. Beena said these words to the pupa of butterfly chrysalis. Next one is, I am your much pitied friend. Sundari said these words to Beena. Who said? Sundari said these words to Beena. Now name the following. Now we will move to the next exercise, that is exercise number 3. Name the following. See here. Name the following. Two seasons mentioned in this lesson are summer and autumn. Summer and autumn. Two animals mentioned in this lesson are ant and butterfly. Two plants mentioned in this lesson, trees and shrubs. Two plants mentioned in this lesson are trees and shrubs. Next one is, the pupa stage of butterfly is chrysalis. The pupa stage of butterfly is chrysalis. Now, question answer. Sorry, one more thing is there. Food item the ant carried was pastry. It was carrying pastry. Answer the following questions. Who is Beena? Where was she going? Beena is an ant. She was searching for food. She was searching food among trees and shrubs. She was searching food among trees and shrubs. Now who is Sundari? Sundari is a beautiful butterfly. Why was Beena collecting food? Beena was collecting food to store it for winter season. What did Beena get? Beena got a large bit of pastry with a whole raisin in it. Why did Beena feel sad when she saw chrysalis? Beena felt sad seeing chrysalis as she thought that it is trapped in a shell. Beena thought that poor chrysalis could not move anywhere, climb trees or go over mountains like her. Next question is, what did she say about it? Beena said, even ant children can run around and do so much as we can. They are free. You are all bound up and can't even move. What a dreadful life you have. Next one is, describe the butterfly that Beena saw. The butterfly that Beena saw was light blue, spotted with light pink and yellow dots. Now, what do you learn from this story? We learned that appearances are deceptive and we should never judge anyone by seeing their looks or appearances. Now we will move to the language development part, which is an activity. So please open page number 46. Here is a story. Read the story. Murli was a poor farmer. He worked for his master in his field. He toiled day and night, sweating in hot sun and shivering in the cold winter. Murli was a poor farmer. He worked for his master in his field. He toiled day and night, sweating in the hot sun and shivering in the cold winter. But he was treated like a slave by his cruel master. What kind of a master? Cruel master. He did not get enough food to eat nor a few moments to rest. His master did not allow him to search for another job. One day he ran away from his cruel master. He wanted to go to another village. He had to cross the jungle on the way. While he was passing through the jungle, he heard the roar of a lion. He was afraid and hid in a nearby cave. He again heard the roar of a lion, but this time it was low like a groan. He understood that it was an unusual roar, as if a cry in pain. Just then he saw the lion come limping towards the cave. He sat down under a tree outside the cave. Murli thought, the lion must be in pain. It needs my help. He pitied the lion. Trembling with fear, he slowly approached the lion. He saw that the lion had a big thorn in its paw, and it gave him a lot of pain. Murli gently pulled out the thorn out. He took out a small piece of cloth from his stone headgear and tied around the wound. The lion thanked him by licking his hands. Murli stayed in the cave that night and reached the village on the other side of the forest. The next day, he was employed by a kind shopkeeper on a good salary. Murli was happy and lived peaceful life. So now we have some questions regarding this. Who was Murli? How was he treated by his master? Where did he want to go? What did he do when he heard the first roar of the lion? What did he do when he saw the lion in pain? How did the lion thank him? Who employed Murli? Murli was a poor farmer. Who was Murli? Murli was a poor farmer. How was he treated by his master? He was treated like a slave by his cruel master. C-R-U-E-L, cruel master. Where did he want to go? He wanted to go to another village. What did he do when he heard the first roar of the lion? He got afraid and hid in a nearby cave. What did he do when he saw the lion in pain? He approached the lion and gently pulled the thorn out from lion's paw and tied a piece of cloth around the wound. How did lion thank him? The lion thanked Murli by licking his hands. Who employed Murli? A kind shopkeeper employed Murli. Now, the second exercise related to this story is pick up the parts of speech from the above story, write them in the proper column. We have proper nouns, common nouns, preposition, adjectives and conjunction. Proper nouns are Murli and sun. Common nouns farmer, village, winter, jungle, lion. Preposition to, on, through, in, of. Adjective cruel, hot, enough, slow, big and good. Conjunctions are and nor. So, give a suitable title for this story. Kindness never goes unrewarded. You can give your choice name also. So this is your work, kids. How should we treat servants working for us? You see an injured patient. How would you help it? This is your homework. Now see here is some grammar part. Read and learn. All words in English language belong to a word class called the parts of speech. There are 8 main parts of speech in English language. They are nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, pronoun, preposition, conjunction and interjection. Read each clue, write the correct answer and wrong the incorrect answer. We have just written right. The part of speech that names person, place, animal or thing is noun. The part of speech that describes the quality of a person, place, animal or thing is adjective. The part of speech that names action is verb. The part of speech that adds more information about verb or adjective is adverb. The part of speech that shows emotion, surprise or emphasis is interjection. The parts of speech that joins together group of words are conjunction. The part of speech that replaces a noun, pronoun. The part of speech that shows position, time or directions are preposition. So I know I have told you this very fast, but don't worry kids, I have one more video for you. In that grammar video I'll explain all these things. So just I will send you a link, or I will upload a video regarding this grammar part. You have to study that one also. So we have finished all the lessons. So in next class we will revise everything we have learnt in previous classes. So till then, study well and take care.